I'm going to ask you a few questions about your work within the leisure industry. If the questions are not clear or you don't want to answer, don't hesitate to tell me. The interview will take approximately 15 minutes. So,
Of my
uh,
valuable time.
of your valuable time, yes,
Yeah.
indeed. I know you have many jobs within the leisure industry.
Yeah.
Can you shortly tell me something about your jobs?
My activities in the leisure industry. So first of all, we are a constructor of food trucks, and we also are in the business of manufacturing. How do you call it? Mobile homes. We are specialized in aircraft-style trailers, and aircraft-style trailers are also used frequently as glamping trailers on leisure parks for the rental business they have. So that's the connection we have on the one side of the leisure industry. Then we have got a catering business, but that's not typically a leisure industry.
So, you are a constructor of food trucks and a manufacturer of mobile homes, specialized in aircraft trailers. On the other side, you've got a catering business, what I think could be leisure as well. And how about the festival? You own your own festival called Slow Life. Can you tell me some more about that concept, maybe?
We do have a own festival. There are more festivals, but one of our festivals is Slow Life Festival. And that's an event where we are focusing on the two keywords.
Yeah.
So the first is slow, and slow refers to as in slow food,
Yeah.
mainly, and the slow food way of life, slow cooking. And the other one is live, and live is like in live cooking, so you can actually see the chefs at work, but we also enhanced that to the drinking industry, so we've got a mobile beer brewery. And a festival is not complete without entertainment, so entertainment for it's always live. So live also refers to the live bands that are performing at our festival.
Okay.
So that's Slow Live.
Can you maybe tell me a little bit more about the name, because you say Slow Life, but before it was Slow Lens,
Slow
right?
Lens, yeah. Yeah, we started to call it Slow Lens because a lot of festivals end with the word lens, and slow as in still in slow food and the slow way of living. But there was another festival here in the Netherlands called Lowlands, and they threatened us with a lawsuit, and the lawsuit actually took place on the 17th of August. And the end of the lawsuit was that we more or less were forced to change the name Slow Lens into Slow Life.
So I have to keep in mind that the name does not sound similar to any other event.
Slow Life is a prohibited name in the Netherlands for a festival.
Okay, so I have to keep that in mind.
You have to keep it in mind. You have to refer to our festival as Slow Life Festival. So we also renamed our previous edition to Slow Life.
Yeah.
So when you look at our website, you see that the 2015 and 2016 editions are also referred to as Slow Life Festival.
Okay, so it still suits the concept well.
Maybe it's an even better name, Slow Life.
Yeah, maybe, if you explain it, yeah.
But in Dutch, Slow Lens, because Lowlands is a familiar festival, commercially Slow Lens would be a better name, but that's exactly what the lawsuit was all about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I have a question about a topic I am really eager about to learn. That is the process of building an event. So what is the first step to take and what is the last step to take? Can you roughly explain that a bit for me?
We started out with the concept. So we made a concept of how our festival, what the highlights of our festival are. So we took the word slow and we took the word live separate.
With how many people is that?
So we're just with a small team of 3 people here.
Oh, okay.
And then we start with a lot of volunteers and people who help us out with other things. But mainly we highlight the areas we are going to have on the festival.
Mm-hmm.
So, for instance, we've got a main stage. So that's the most simple part. So you're going to focus on the main stage, and then the main stage we are going to look for partners who are willing to sponsor the main stage, and we have to actually build the stage. So then we are looking out for companies who will build the stage and will make the signing and everything, and the video and the light and the music, or what do you call it, sound equipment, and basically area by area we will write down a manual and a performance manual, how we are, and mood boards and stuff like that. And that's the way we built the festival. And normally the first thing you do is where are you going to, what's the venue?
Okay, so first you make a concept and determine the venue. Second, you highlight the areas. Third, you make all ground plans, manuals, etc. for each area. And for each stage, you will find partners who can and will sponsor the areas.
So last couple of years, the Slow Live Festival, the first edition, it was projected here in Boxtel, because we've got a very nice venue here, Landgoed Velder. But as the festival progresses, now it has progressed, so we are in edition 3 now, and there were some major issues on the venue, and there are some major issues about the neighborhood we're located in here in North Brabant.
So what is the plan for the venue regarding the upcoming years?
So for the 3rd edition we are going to project it in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
So now we have to start all over again for the 3rd time. And now we are looking into venues in Amsterdam that might be suitable for our concept.
Yeah.
And because it's all about the good things in life, so the slow life movement is about quality of your food and quality of living, and not to rush to. So we are looking into some venues that connect to our main theme.
So what about the venue now?
So now we are looking at the Sloterplas. That's the area I grew up.
Yeah.
So it's a natural environment with a lot of parks and water.
Yeah.
So that might suit us very well. So now we have a partner now in the Amsterdam region who is into the food sponsoring business, and they are looking into the specifics of the venue now. So and then we are going to roll out the whole concept again, and we evaluated what went wrong in the previous editions and what can be improved.
So that's the last phase.
And
according to your story, the event world is not always about fun. A lot can go wrong, as I understand, which is good to know. For example, the venue and name. Now I know why it's important to evaluate the whole process. So.
Yeah, but basically the whole concept, it's we know exactly what the concept is, and we've got all stuff ourselves.
Yeah.
So we have our own food trucks, we have our own bars, we brew our own beer. That's one of the things we started in the process.
Yeah.
Because we would like to enhance the live experience. Everybody knows live cooking for the last decade, but nobody knows about live brewing, or how do they make sodas.
Yeah.
So that's.
So mostly you provide your own festival from food trucks, food and beverages.
So we are really into taking everything literally. So slow. So we do a lot of slow items, and live we do a lot of live things, and everything must be either slow or live or both.
Everything has to suit the concept.
That's
So,
the concept.
Most of the things you mention you do yourself, but is it also an option to hire the food trucks so that the food truck is going to another festival? Or your brewed beer?
Brewing beer. Of course, we hire a lot of other people. So we hire a lot of food trucks, and we hire event support companies for the staff and for the rigging and everything. So we don't do everything ourselves. But we discovered on the last 2 editions of Slow Life that it's very important for me and for our festival to have the main focus on the concept. And the concept is live cooking. And there are a lot of food trucks out there, but they don't necessarily have the slow food movement in their DNA.
Yeah. So do you hire the food trucks, or do you make them yourself as well?
Both. So what we do is the essentials of the festival we do ourselves. But that's mainly because we already own a lot of food trucks and we have our own catering company. So that's why we do a lot of stuff ourselves. But there are also a lot of things we don't do. So in the last two events of Slow Life, 2/3 of all food trucks were hired food trucks.
Okay.
And we have sponsors, and they have got their interest, and a lot of sponsors nowadays have their own food trucks. We even had the Netflix food truck here last event, and Netflix is a video on-demand service. But they had a food truck.
Nice.
In which they had food from their television series.
I think what you do is very authentic, because you do have multiple jobs within the leisure industry, and beside those jobs you also brew your own beer and make your own beverages. You also provide your festival from that, which I think no festival organization does. So if I could ask you for one golden tip for me as a young entrepreneur, what tip would you give me?
Don't do it.
Why?
It's a very risky business. Yeah, that's the golden tip. Don't do it.
Because? Can you explain it a little bit?
It's a very risky business. So in Slowlands, Slowlands is a very small festival, and we already have a budget of €500,000. And if you don't sell enough tickets, that's your risk.
I can imagine.
So if you don't have €500,000, don't start a festival.
Okay, so that's the golden tip. That's a good one for me. Because I am not that strong yet.
But in generally speaking, if you are to become an entrepreneur in the festival business, you have to ask yourself one question, and the question is, what's my added value in this business? So when you look at the festival market, as I do, as I have done frequently the last couple of years, there's an awful lot of festivals out there, but all the festivals you see are the same. So it's very, the target groups of the festivals are always the same. It's always people between 20 and 30. With it's all 80% in the dance business, so the electronic, the EDM business. Then you've got the classic rock festivals.
So what you are trying to say is almost all the events are focused on my age, and all of them are within the electronic dance music. I think that is also what is trending right now.
But there is a trend going, and the trend is that there are more and more festivals, but each festival has to create its own unique selling points. And we thought about it a lot, and our USP is that on the most festivals there are a lot of food trucks, but the quality of food is still very low, and the quality of drinks is very, very, very low on most festivals, as they are sponsored by the large breweries, and they dump their beer there.
So your unique selling point is that you use slow food and slow drinks instead of fast food and drinks, and yeah, you provide your own festival from your own food and drinks, as you mentioned before in the interview. How or why do you think that is something which can grow big on the market, or why did you choose that as your concept?
We think that there is a market for people like me who like special beers or even good wines.
Yeah.
And so we created a whole festival around it because we think that in future people in my age category, so that's 50 plus,
Yeah.
who used to go to once a year to a big festival, they will go to festivals more and more, as long as the quality of the festivals
Yeah.
is good. So that's why we started our festival.
Okay, so shortly summarized, two tips. Make sure you have the right budget
Yeah,
and be
good
authentic.
ideas. You have to have your own USPs.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was the interview. However, I hope we can chit chat a little bit more about your work within the leisure industry. For now, I would like to thank you for participating in my interview again, although last time unfortunately went wrong. Your answers have been really helpful to me, and I can send you the final article written from this interview if you like.